living in the pyramids of Egypt. It was fucking awesome. And, for years, everyone's like, they're not going to let you, live in the pyramids for a couple of days. Like, that's crazy. And I'm like, well, why not? Like, did you get a no from the leader of Egypt? No. Then I'm like, well, technically it's possible, And after years of talking with them and helping them understand that, it's going to be more of an educational type video, and it's not like I'm not going to run up the pyramids and take my shirt off and be like a lunatic. It'll be really cool. Eventually they came around to it and they loved the video and it worked really well. And it's literally like I could go anywhere in the pyramids for 100 hours. I went all the way up to the top of the middle pyramid. We went underneath it. It was really cool. And I tell my team, it's like, even some of my most veteran people, when we get these crazy ideas, their default reaction always is to go, I just don't think it's possible. And I go, look, it is. Sometimes it's just time and money, And is it worth the effort?
The pyramid one must have been nuts.
Oh, it was crazy. It was one of my favorite videos.
Is that your first time ever being there?
Yeah, actually it was. And so that made it even more special because I was learning things at the same time as I was just walking around. And I'm going to be honest, it was a year and a half ago and it's all a little fuzzy because I was so tired. I was just walking around all night, but it was pretty crazy and surreal. And then going down into, what's that tomb called where you go down the ladder and a couple hundred feet? Underneath the pyramid?
I don't know. Is that Osiris's shaft?
Yes, Osiris's. Yeah, and then it was flooded and swimming around under there. It was pretty wild. Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like you should do something like that.
100%. I need to go there. I've been talking about going there for years. For me, it's just a time thing. My time is, I have so many different jobs. It's not like one all-consuming job like you have.
Yeah.
With me, it's commentary for the UFC, doing stand-up comedy, doing the podcast, and also married with children. So I have a lot of responsibilities. So it's tough to just jet off for really, ideally, if you're going to go to Egypt, I feel like you should go for 10 days.
Yeah,
I feel
100%.
like at least 10 days.
Do you think I feel like maybe honestly realistic 5 days you could do it. And I'm curious though if they'd let you just do a video where you walk around and go everywhere because
I wonder.
Yeah, because
I've talked a lot of shit.
Exactly. So, without saying it, I'm kind of implying I don't even know if they want you there.
Well, I never have said anything bad about it.
Yeah.
I just think that the people that run it have a very narrow-minded perspective of how all that stuff was made, and I don't think they really know. And I think there's a lot of gatekeeping in terms of what the official narrative is, as how it was all made and who made it and what it's all about. That's why they're really hesitant to accept any alternative perspectives, because they have a timeline and they attribute all this construction, and there's a lot of evidence that timeline doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Did you check out the Sphinx?
Yeah, and you can go underneath it and go in that little room.
Yeah. Did you do that?
Yeah, that's the stuff I feel like it would mean even more if you did. You've talked to Dr. Zahi, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you have him on the show?
Yeah, I had him on the show.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah. And so he's obviously the guy, so you should just call him and see.
Yeah, I'd rather go with somebody else. I'd rather.
I didn't listen to that episode.
I'd rather go hang out with one of the historians that I know.
Graham Hancock?
Yeah, Graham Hancock would be the perfect guy to go with.
Yeah, you and Graham Hancock walking around, oh boy, there'd be some crazy stuff said.
Yeah, well, whatever happened in that part of the world during that time frame is pretty spectacular. And it's kind of amazing that no one has ever achieved anything even remotely similar to it since.
Yeah.
And it's at least 4,500 years old. And that's just a guess, though. They really don't know.
Yeah.
It's a crazy place. The fact that you got to film a show there is nuts.
Yeah. I love how you call it show, and to me it's just a YouTube video, but it's just funny.
It's a show.
Yeah, I know, of course. And it makes sense because you do stuff with the UFC, and in your world, a lot of it's called shows. But
I mean, whatever it is people are watching it.
Yeah,
at home.
I know.
It's
just funny to me. I haven't heard it called that in years. But yeah, that one was crazy. And I mean, one thing that I'm really proud of that we did for season 3 of Beast Games, which in hindsight, I'm not even sure how this one we pulled off. So I want to see your reaction to this.
Okay.
So basically, the finale where we have the $5 million, we have the final contestants. We filmed it in the Roman Colosseum.
Whoa.
Yeah, we crowned the winner of season 3 with the $5 million cash prize in the middle of the Roman Colosseum. played the first game there in over 1,000 years.
Wow, yeah. That's crazy.
I know. I'm so grateful. I we just filmed that too, so I'm coming off the high, and I just it's Like it almost makes gives me tears. Like what we shot was so cool. We had like a live orchestra at like the top ring up there too. So like as the game got dramatic, we would have them like play louder music and stuff. It was like so surreal. Like there's multiple, because I've done really crazy things in my life, but there's multiple moments during that where I'm just like looking around in the middle of the Colosseum as we're like filming this show, and I'm like this doesn't feel real. It was pretty wild.
It doesn't feel. I mean, I went just to visit a few years back, and it didn't feel real. It's so strange to imagine like what that was like.
Yeah.
You know, how many thousand years ago? What year were they doing the games in the Roman Colosseum?
I would guess 1900 years ago.
So, I mean, what the fuck was it like being in there while that was happening?
And imagine when they flood it and they'd have the ships in there. It's like, whoa, I know.
Crazy.
I know. And
it's nuts that you could go walk around it and just try to understand, like, this used to be a place where people used to go to see people die.
Yeah.
They used to see people get hacked to death by swords, to see people get killed by lions.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck was...
Well, it's also interesting, too, because I did a lot of research, before we filmed there. And it also did a good job of, back then they had, like, the hierarchy and, like, the nobles people would sit at the bottom and the poor people be at the top. And it also played, like, a good role of, like, showcasing unity, even though there are all these different people from all these different, economic statuses. They would all be in the arena there, but also remind them where they are. And there's, like, so many political implications of it, too.
Yeah.
And so just everything about it.
Like basketball
crazy.
games. Right? Who gets courtside tickets?
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Jack Nicholson, courtside tickets.
Or Jay-Z
famous
or whoever.
people. Yeah, courtside tickets.
True.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's the same thing. I think in the Coliseum, though, that was the most dangerous seats because, like, there was a couple of incidents, I believe, when either a lion or a tiger leapt up and got a hold of some people.
Yeah. Well, I didn't hear about that, but when I was walking around, they would have the, emperor, like, seat right there. And I was like, man, if I was the warrior, I could throw a spear at him. Like, this is a killer view, but, like, how did no one ever just kill this guy,
Right.
I was like, that's all I could think about. It's like, this is a little too close to the battlefield.
How close is it?
It was like, 4 rows up. It wasn't, like, anything too crazy. But, like, there's, like, obviously walls when you're walking around, like, little walls, so you can't just, walk into the stands. So they're, like, kind of trapped in the arena. But it was definitely within spear-throwing distance.
I wonder how long it took to build that place. Because when you're walking around, you're like, this is an epic piece of real estate. Like, you guys built, like, an insane structure. And they did it, almost 2,000 years ago or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So it took 8 years to build.
Wow.
From AD 72 to AD 80.
Yeah.
Wow. Construction started under Vespasian between AD 70 and 72. It was completed and inaugurated under Emperor Titus around AD 79 to 80. So the main build phase lasted roughly 6 to 8 years.